Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having an awesome day today. I just want to show you this interesting Rubik's Cube. It fascinates the people that comes to my office. They always ask, how does it work? Does it ever get stuck? I mean, if you turn it, you'll see it moves like off center because of the different sizes blocks. No, it never gets stuck. So I just want to show you quickly how one can solve this Rubik's Cube, because as you notice, all the blocks are the same color. So you don't work with color on this cube, you rather work with the height of the blocks, using that as the colors. Once you have all the blocks of the same height arranged correctly next to each other, then you have one side completed. Yeah, that's basically all to it. Further, yeah, it's just like a normal color coded cube, but here you just use the heights of the block. The logic that I follow to solve a cube is I always build it from one side. So I complete one side, then I go to the next, the middle layer, and then lastly the top layer. So to get the first side fixed, once it's scrambled, there's not really an equation for that. There you just have to play around with the cube. You'll learn later on how to get it sorted quite quickly. With these cubes, the only challenging thing is initially to get the heights correct for one side. That is a bit of a challenge, because some of them might seem, this block and this block, if they're all scrambled, can more or less, for instance, fool you about the sizes, and you would think this one needs to go in this location, then you see, oh, it doesn't fill the void completely here. So so this makes it a bit challenging. But okay, once the one side is fixed, then we can use the equations to solve the middle layer and the top layer, which I'll take you through. So let's go ahead and scramble this cube. You see, it's quite interesting shapes that will come out of this cube. I mean, this is really something nice to just put on your desk and confuse everyone that comes into your office. But a nicer thing is if you can solve it. So let's go through how. Okay, so now I'm gonna fix one side. I'm not gonna spend too much time showing you how to do that, because that yeah, that's something you learn by just moving blocks around. You see, for instance, now these two are the same height. I like to choose the centerpiece and try to build the side for that specific centerpiece. So this one seems to be the right place for it. They are the same height, this one and the center one. So let's see. Okay, this one might also fit in here somewhere. Yeah, it can be even here. Look, now that these three, they have the same height. Okay, so one side is finished. They're all right perfectly. And now the second layer. Something that's really interesting is that, and this is always true, is these centerpieces, now that we start with the next layer, this one, and this one, and this one, they are always in their correct positions relative to each other. So now all I have to do is turn the middle layer until, and I turn the top layer together as well, I don't mind, until all four of these centerpieces are at the right places, aligned. Oh, there they are. See, all the center ones are then automatically correct. Now one can start with the equation. So the next part is to get all these corner, well, yeah, the corner pieces of the center layer fixed. So the way we do that is by rolling, if I may say, rolling a piece that's typically in this position into a position in here, or from this side to here. From the left in has a specific equation, the one given below now, and rolling a piece from the right side down inwards will have a specific a different equation also given here, and but you have to keep it then in a specific orientation such that this is your front side, top, back, left and right side. So you hold it in this orientation exactly like this. This left almost feels almost like back, but you can turn it a bit so this edge is slightly to the right. It's not completely facing you 100%. So now let's have a look and see what block needs to roll into what position to demonstrate this. I think sometimes you end up where you first have the pieces are in here already, a piece that must go to another location. So you first need to put a piece that you know shouldn't go in here in, just to get that piece out again. And it seems almost like I might, okay, no, this block, you see it lines up here, so we know this width is correct, this height, it fits. This block you can see will fit in here. You just roll it in, if you can imagine that in here. So it's from the right, so you use the right equation, right hand side equation that I've given you. And yeah, this is my orientation. This is front, top, right, left and back. Okay, I'm quickly going to move it in. There, it's in location now. It's in its right location now, and now to see which one is next, you just first have to look that it lines up here. These two don't line up, so this block doesn't belong that side or this side, for instance. So that's why I would turn this top side. These two match up nicely, but you see this one, it's, oh yeah, it goes into this position right here, just rolls into that, but you can see I think it should go to this side. Yeah, it's not exactly, this is what I'm talking about earlier, the height. This distance is not exactly the same than this distance. This one is a smaller one, it should go in here, it should roll into this, so it's a left equation. So you just use the left equation. This is my new front, top, rear or back, right and left. Sorry, I don't use rear for this, let's call it back, B for back and R rather for right. Okay, anyway, I'm just quickly going to move that one into location. Using the left equation. Okay, done. It's in there. And next, this one fits nice here, but you see it doesn't belong. If you roll it in here, see this is way too thin. It's not the same width as this side. So this one shouldn't roll in there. Although it seems exactly it's the same height. This one is already at its right location. It's gonna remain there. Aha, this one can go into this spot. So obviously you have to use the left equation because it's off the left of the place you want it. If it was here, we would have used the right equation. So I'm just quickly going to apply it. Okay, so there it is. And now just the last piece, it looks like this one should go into here. Again, it's the left equation. Done. Okay, two sides are completed. What's interesting that I can see now already is, look for instance the lines on this block. It doesn't, it's vertically, and the other blocks are all horizontally. So in the end, and normally with color cubes, you don't know that the center block might be the wrong orientation. So that's something that makes cubes, for instance, that has a picture on them quite interesting, because or some symbol like just straight lines, then you know, okay, it has to be rotated. But we'll get there in the end. I see we're going to end up with a cube where the center pieces are wrong, some of them. So yeah, I'll keep that for the end then, as that is normally the last thing that I would do. So I consider it to be done now, even though the orientations of the center pieces, this one as well, is incorrect, and this one as well. So let's do the top layer now. Okay. So for the top layer, we first need to get the cross complete. And what I mean by complete is just getting the same height of them, the whole cross to be the same height blocks, or typically that would have been the same color that would face this way. So for instance, these three, even though it overlaps here on this side, we like that because they are the same height or the same color for that argument's sake. And now we just need to complete these two. So what I do now is I leave it in that orientation where this line is aligned like this, and this is the edge facing me. So this is my new front, top, back, right and left sides. And yeah, so then you can just use this equation. There you go. So the other bottom side and the center or the middle layer is still complete, and now we have a cross here. See, they're all, the cross is the same, all those blocks are the same height. And now we can see which ones don't line up. This one lines up and this one lines up. So this one is at the right position, this one is at the right position. These two need to swap. So what I do is always, they have to be in this orientation. They have to be here. If this is the edge that's facing us, then the two blocks you want to swap must be in this corner here. This is the right orientation to have the cube once you apply this equation. I'll just quickly do it. There you go. The cross is still there, and now all the sides line up nicely. So which means we swapped the two blocks that was in this location. We swapped them basically around by applying that equation in this orientation. So now you see this is also nice, just a nice way to keep the cube on your table. It will fascinate people. They wouldn't understand why these blocks are in this orientations. You can even put it like, yeah, you see, anyway on your table, or even scrambled completely. I really like this cube. I'll see if I can put in a link in the description where you can buy these cubes. The link that I've used, that it seems like they don't have that this cube anymore available. It was at speedcubes, but I'll get other locations and put it in the description. Anyway, let's continue with this first. This block here, you can see it's at the right location, because it's not going to fit in this small area or there or there. It's just supposed to be rotated to fit in us. So this is at the right position. This one is not. It's not long enough here. So this probably needs to go in here, this one there, or this one here, and this one seems to fit there. So to change the corners out, the equation is the one on the screen now, but the orientation that you must keep the cube in is such that the block that you don't want to move, that's at the right position, must be in this location. It must be on this edge that you're gonna keep towards you, and then just apply the equation. So this will then swap out all the other corner pieces. Oh, these two just jumped also in the right orientation when they got into their place. Usually you can still have them incorrect, but at the right positions. And now it's just a matter of getting these two, again, another nice orientation or shape to leave the cube in on your table. Anyway, to get these corner pieces now just turned the right orientation, you can do the following equation by keeping the one that you want to rotate in this position here on the edge that we call, let's call it the main edge, and yeah, just apply this equation. See, this piece is still not right, so we can just continue until this corner piece is right. Still not right, so we continue. Still not right. Aha. Now this one is right. So now, don't worry, the rest of the cube is all scrambled up, but keep the cube in this orientation. And now just roll the top layer so that the next piece that needs to be turned into place is now in this position. And now just do that exact same equation again, and you'll see once this piece is right, everything will be right. So just do it again. Okay, this piece is not right yet, so let's continue. Oh, this piece is right, so there you see, everything's right. It's just a matter now of turning this top. Okay, cube is done. Well, not completely. As I've said, look at these center pieces. Normally with a colored cube, you would think you're done now, or you would be done, but the center pieces might actually maybe one should just draw an arrow or something on your center pieces, arrows that just all point in the same direction like this, and then yeah, maybe that also arrows that point in the same direction like this. Okay, so to solve these center pieces, let's just see what's going on. So this one is right, you can see that's the center piece is right, so we don't care about that one. This one is wrong, if you look, and so you want to get the cube in the orientation such that one here is wrong and one here is also wrong. Sometimes what you might get is that this one is wrong and the one on the completely different side is wrong, and all the rest are right. So then what you would do is you would still take the one that's wrong, and just then this block would obviously be right, and then work with that. But so now this one is, both of them are incorrect, so we're going to fix of them both simultaneously. So what we move it in this orientation, my index fingers are now on the ones that's incorrect. So we move the cube such that it's in this orientation. The top one is incorrect and the right hand side is incorrect. So now you can apply this following equation using, okay, this one we turn just the center pieces mainly. So I'm gonna call this side C1 and this one C2, this whole center side. So let's call this C1 and C2, and this is incorrect, remember this one there, and this one here is incorrect. So now just apply the equation that's on your screen now. Cool. That one is sorted now. This one is also sorted. Now let's look. So this one needs to be fixed. This one and this one. So again, we get it in the orientation such that this one is on the top and this one on the right. And consider this the main edge. Again, let's call this C1 and this one the center layer C2. Then you just apply that equation on your screen again. Wonder, I think all of them are correct now. So it's done, 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 done. Yep, they're all done. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, like and share and comment, do a handstand, and thanks for watching. I'll share a link of this Rubik's Cube in the description where you can buy one. It really fascinates the people. The other cube that I have is this one. It's a normal color one, this, and I just got the stickers from a friend, and which makes it a bit more difficult now, because now you can have the banana upside down or whatever, or 90 degrees incorrect. Sometimes you get the block, which I couldn't demonstrate with this cube. Sometimes you do get it where it's 180 degrees wrong. And with the lines, then the lines are just still fine, because, I mean, a line turned 180 degrees is exactly that same line basically. So this one is a bit more, then you just apply this equation that I showed you. You can apply it twice to get the center pieces right. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and go and show off your Rubik's Cube skills to your friends. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.